Tom Ziegler with MMA on the Rise. Tonight we have more fights from Fight Lab 22 from Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. First, we have two up-and-coming 205ers, Derrick Brown versus Brian Newman. Then we're going to have a heated 155-pound fight between top amateurs Shane Crenshaw versus Wes Evans. Lots of trash talk leading up to this one. Stay tuned.
The New Jersey badass, Brian Newman.
Welcome to MMA on the Rise. We're here at Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina. Tom Ziegler, your host, along with the fight tech Paul Boo and the master of cool, Kevin Ferrant. We've got Brian Newman making his way to the cage, coming in with a record of 4-2. 205-pound fight.
Yeah, Brian Newman, he's originally from New Jersey, 5'11", 205 pounds, just 21 years old, already in his seventh amateur fight at 21 years old. That's a lot of experience for a young man.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, it's one of those things at his age and the number of fights that he's got, he keeps going the way he's going, racking up the wins. He's going to make a very formidable pro.
Yeah, he had a title fight loss to Chris McNeil at Bull City Brawl 5. That was back in July of last year. He since has come back with a win against Quentin Conyers, and that was back in, well, just a couple of months ago in February. It was a second-round TKO, so formidable fighter here.
He's got 4 wins, 3 of them coming from TKO, referee stoppage from strikes. 1 decision.
Yeah, talented 205er, and you can see he is a physical specimen.
And that's one of the things I like to see. I like to see guys that don't have a lot of decisions on the record. I mean, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you do your best to finish a fight, but you can't always do it. But when you see a guy who's got 1, maybe 2 decisions on the record over a pretty big career, you know, that shows that they're coming in to really fight.
Bring to us, Derrick Brown.
He got his opponent, Derrick Brown, ready to enter the arena. Little less experience for Derrick Brown. He's coming in with a 1-1 record. Also a young man at 22 years old. His last fight was a win against Matt Wilby. It was a unanimous decision. His MMA debut was a knockout loss to Joe Council.
Now he is listed as 6'2", so he's definitely going to have a height advantage, possibly a reach advantage. There's no way to really tell that, because just because a guy's taller doesn't mean they have necessarily longer reach. But generally speaking, that he will, as well as he's officially listed at 220, but this is a 205 fight, so I'm sure he made his 205. So that means he's been fighting at a heavier weight. So the guess is with the height advantage and the former weight advantage, he's probably going to be the bigger, stronger guy, but we'll see.
Yeah, Derrick Brown comes to us from South Carolina. I believe he trains down in Myrtle Beach.
Getting ready to get checked out by the referee. He gave his teammates some love before he enters the cage. Brian Newman waiting patiently. He looks calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, I believe Derrick Brown is actually managed by Andy Hall out of Myrtle Beach.
He's got a lot of good training partners down there in Myrtle Beach. A lot of strong fighters coming out of that area right now.
Yeah, actually, later on tonight, we got Wes Evans on the card. He's also coming out of that area, too. I don't know if they're the exact same team, but they're the same, I believe the same management team and same area.
Yeah. On paper, with the experience of Brian Newman and the 4-2 record and the title fight experience, you might say this is a mismatch, but you never know. At 1-1, Derrick Brown comes out of a good camp with good training partners. His coaches feel confident that he could take on this challenge.
And again, he's the bigger, possibly stronger fighter. Looks like he's probably going to have a slight reach. He's got a 3-inch height advantage, like I said before. So you can't count him out.
Yeah, big, strong 205ers here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sixth round of the evening is brought to you by Budweiser Hooters and Sprint. Shaw Airforce Base, make some noise! And the light heavyweight 205-pound division. First, let's meet the fighters. Standing on right, that's the blue corner. This young man is 6 feet tall. He weighs in at 205.6 pounds. He has a record of 4 wins, 2 losses. Coming to us from Toms River, New Jersey. Representing the Color Empire, DJ. Give a big round of applause for the New Jersey man. And his opponent standing left to the red side of the cage. This young man stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He also weighs 205.8 pounds. He has a clean record of 3 wins versus 1 loss. He comes to us from Columbia, South Carolina, fighting out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Representing Texas MMA, and a big round of applause for the Silver Man, Derrick Brown.
You got Brian Newman representing Ricardo Almeida, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, very well-known instructor out of New Jersey. And we got Derrick Brown coming out of Fitness Edge MMA in Myrtle Beach.
Almeida, Henzo Gracie black belt, I believe. Got Newman in the black trunks. We've got Brown in the blue trunks. Here we go with round 1.
Both fighters feeling each other out right here. Both very calm, patient.
Brown kind of holding his chin up a little bit. Newman was gunning for it there with a big overhand. Newman gets a power double.
Ducked right under that punch and got the double.
He's right away working for the back.
Brown doing a good job of scrambling back up.
Now Brown is overwrapping the right arm of Newman. Looks like he's trying to rotate him through. He's able to get back up. Oh,
Big
nice.
slam.
Nice belly to back.
Brown gets right back up to his feet though. Looks like he's fishing for a Kimura here.
Newman seems to have some good wrestling, some good power wrestling, but Brown also too has got very athletic, able to stand up.
Brown very calm and relaxed. Looks like
There he goes. He's dropping in that Kimura.
He's got it tight.
He's going to use it to sweep. Oh, he lost it.
Newman rolls over to defend it. gives up position, but
Because of
immediately
the
backs
guillotine,
up.
he
He
taps.
tapped it.
Very nice.
Wow.
Very, very slick ground game by Derrick Brown. Very slick.
Derrick Brown, wow. That
Coming out
was
of Fitness
quick.
Edge MMA in Myrtle Beach.
That was quick.
Very, very nice. Seconds after he slapped on that guillotine, Newman was tapping immediately.
He gets a lot of good training down there in Myrtle Beach at Fitness Edge.
And this is what we're talking about. You just don't know on paper. Derrick Brown bringing it tonight. Derrick Brown with an outstanding performance. He was getting slammed and thrown around. He kept his composure and eventually sunk in that submission. We're going to see big things from both of these fighters, but congrats to Derrick Brown. Outstanding. You are watching MMA on the Rise.
Electric shivers across my skin. It's like a fever, and you're my only medicine.
Such, the new body spray from Axe.
It's the Vanilla Gorilla, and you better be watching MMA on the Rise.
Bring me the American Wolverine, Shane Crenshaw!
Welcome to MMA on the Rise. We're here at Shaw Airforce Base in South Carolina, Fight Lab 22. We've got Shane Crenshaw making his way to the cage. I'm your host, Tom Ziegler, along with the fight tech, Paul Boo, and the master of cool, Kevin Ferrant. Kevin, we've got a hot one here.
Yeah, we got a a lot of bad blood between these two fighters coming in here. Shane Crenshaw and Wes Evans. They've been going at each other's necks on Facebook. A lot of lead up going into this one. Goes all the way back to Shane Crenshaw's fight against Charlie Vivas during their weigh-ins. Wes Evans and Shane Crenshaw almost had went to blows during the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
You know, Wes Evans is known to get up in people's faces a little bit. He says what he thinks. Shane Crenshaw is one of those hot-headed guys that just doesn't, you know, if you say one thing, it's on with him. And then the words, it changes, and it just kind of heated up from there. I believe you've had a little bit of experience there with Wes Evans, Kevin. You fought him. Actually, Wes Evans is 4-2, and one of those losses is actually to you. And he tried mean-mugging you a little bit as well at y'all's fight.
Yeah, Evans gets in your face during weigh-ins. He tries to intimidate you.
Now, we talked with Evans after you guys' fight, and actually Evans is actually a really nice guy. He's a former military guy. You know, he's obviously going to have some fans here with the troops. You know, he really is a good guy, but he just gets into the mental game a lot. He likes to get in someone's face. He likes to talk it up. He likes to really hype a fight, to try to get in their head on the mental side. And
he absolutely does. And Crenshaw is the same in that aspect. He feeds off of it. He leads it into the fight and uses it nothing but motivation for the trash talking.
You know, and I think Wes almost does it more of a mind game kind of thing. I think it actually gets underneath Shane Crenshaw's skin that you actually want to fight him. I think he takes it personal that you want to get in the ring with him. Everybody who's talked about Crenshaw say he's a hot-tempered guy. And he uses that as motivation. You know, he really gets to where he's got kind of that Diaz mentality of he's got to not like you to want to fight you. Whereas Wes Evans, maybe it's a little bit of that, but I think it's a little bit of he's just trying to play mind games with you a little bit.
He uses it more to intimidate you, to mess with your mind. And where Crenshaw seems to use it to mess with his own mind, to maybe to pump himself up, get him ready for the fight.
Yeah, Crenshaw is definitely, he's motivated by that anger, whereas Wes Evans is trying to use that anger to kind of get someone off their game plan.
Yeah, it's not the first time Shane Crenshaw is going into the fight with some bad blood leading up to that fight.
Yeah, some fighters need that type of motivation. Some fighters, like you said, will do that purposely. It definitely adds for some fan anticipation, pushing and shoving at the weigh-ins. This crowd is electric, waiting for these two guys to get it on in the cage.
This could be the main event right here. I mean, this has got as much hype as any other fight on the card right now.
No doubt about that. Even with the 3 title fights that we have coming up, I think everybody's been looking forward to this one first and foremost.
And the skill level of these two fighters also.
Yeah, 2 very experienced, high-level guys. It's just going to be a fun one for sure. Wes Evans just came into the cage. He looks ready to go.
Now Crenshaw has actually recently just won the Elite Championship cage fighting 155 pound title. So he has an amateur title from another organization.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one is going to us by Monster Energy Drinks. First, let's meet the fighters. Standing to my right, right at the blue corner. This young man is 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs in at 165 pounds. He has a very impressive record of 9 wins versus only 1 loss. He is the first Elite Championship cage
Split crowd, definitely taking sides. Referee with final instructions.
Wes Evans looks to be the bigger, possible stronger fighter. I definitely give the wrestling advantage to Crenshaw. But we know Wes Evans kicks like a mule. You know that firsthand, Kevin. Even though
he usually comes out aggressive in his fights also. Right as soon as the bell rings, he comes out ready to fight.
He almost kind of needs to do that with Crenshaw. Don't let Crenshaw set up his wrestling.
He's being a little patient here. Throws a left hand.
I don't think he needs to lock up with Crenshaw. I think he needs to keep the space and throw the bombs. Crenshaw's striking is definitely his weaker side, but his wrestling is really good. Wes hits like a truck. He needs to use that.
They're grappling up against the cage here. Back and forth battle right now.
They're right in front of us here.
Both fighters struggling to get good position. Wes Evans has double unders. He's using that to control Crenshaw. Double overs, that is.
He misses the big right. Crenshaw goes underneath. It looks like he was going to get the takedown, but
it looks as if, definitely, like I was saying, Wes Evans seems to be the stronger fighter. He's able to keep pushing Crenshaw back, but Crenshaw keeps setting in for those takedowns. And that's what Wes Evans does not want. He does not want to give up that takedown.
No, he does not want to be on his back. Crenshaw's top game is pretty solid.
And Crenshaw is a very patient wrestler. Once he gets you down, he's going to take his time. He's not going for the big finish. He's just going to grind you out. Evans has the ability here, if he can keep this fight standing, I think he can knock Crenshaw out. So I think it's just whoever dictates where this fight ends up is who's going to win this fight. Now Wes is struggling really hard on that arm and guillotine. He's going to have to really be careful not to gas himself. Wes needs to get up here.
Crenshaw works the side position.
Now this is where Crenshaw's game is. He lays on you like a wet blanket, holds his position, starts picking his shots. He does have some submissions, but he's just kind of slow and methodical and works his way.
He's got a very solid north-south choke that he might try to go for right here.
And there he goes.
There it is.
Good call, Kevin Ferrant. And there he got it. There he got it. Nice job, Shane Crenshaw. North-south choke.
Referee Blake Price calls a stop to the action. 2 minutes and 18 seconds into the first round. Your winner by tap out, the
And there's your winner, Shane Crenshaw. He goes to 9-1. Great win for him over the very experienced Wes Evans, who drops to 4-3. You are watching MMA on the Rise.
And that wraps it up for tonight. Thanks for watching another great show of MMA on the Rise. I've been your fight tech, Paul Boo.
And I'm your host, Tom Ziegler. Be sure to like us on Facebook.
You can also subscribe to us on YouTube at MMA OTR.
And also visit our website, MMAontherise.tv. See you next time.